Alright, sorry about that, Larry. I know this is frustrating. I am frustrated too. Yes, stumbling does occur. So, what does the quality look like? Hooray! Works in most cases next time. I will take a note of that, Headshot for Good. Thank you so much for that. Um, I will try those settings. But it definitely seems like my software's happy and my computer's happy. So we're going to roll with this. All right. So for those of you that are trying to follow along at home, this is the URL that I am following. And the image that we are supposed to get at the very end is, if I can find it, that. As you can see, that is not what's on my GIMP screen. This is not at all what I have up on GIMP, but this pretty little colorful image is what they say at the end of the tutorial is what you should get. So I'm going to close that and open back up my tutorial page. Does AutoMod not like GIMP? Cas A. I believe Cas A is probably Cassiopeia. I will admit that I do not have a super strong astronomy background. My background is in computer science. So, yes, I'm assuming Cas A stands for Cassiopeia A. So, in the tutorial, it says download data. Well, I've already downloaded the data and I've already opened it. So I am right now at this open files in GIMP and switch to RGB. So I've opened all the files as layers and everything did indeed pop up like it was supposed to. And step C says you should now see 3 layers in the layers box, 1 titled background and 2 layers for whose names correspond to the file names. I renamed the file names when I downloaded them so I knew which was which, and I'm assuming I'm working in a newer version of GIMP that they made for the tutorial, and I don't have a thing that says background. So because I already renamed the files, I don't have to rename them. But they are indeed in the correct order: hard, medium, soft. And probably the most important part about step 2 is that the images I've opened are indeed in grayscale. Good night, Paranor, or good afternoon. I'm not sure where in the world you are. I feel better. Hope you feel better, Paranor. See you. So yeah, the colors I opened are grayscale and do indeed need to be changed to RGB in order to colorize them. So it says to click on image mode RGB. And because I'm working in 2.8, it does not show the entire window. So I think the bit that I'm working in right now is out of view. It is indeed out of view. I did not previously care for GIMP. Is it an image processing stream? Asks Artist Passion. Yes, this is indeed an image processing stream. If you are not familiar with like the Hubble images that you see everywhere, those are not made, those are originally not in color. These, all satellite data from Hubble is done in grayscale. So let's see if I have to do this for every image. Mode. Oh, cool. It is in grayscale. I switched it from one image to RGB, and it switched all of it to RGB. So yeah, almost all images that come straight from telescopes are grayscale. They may have gone through different filters to capture different data, but they're not the pretty pictures that, you know, you're used to seeing, like our finished image here, which I think I might just keep up for a bit. So, cool. I've switched everything to RGB. Change each mode layer to screen. Ah, yes! Grayscale is this wonderful thing where it only has one color channel. Here's where I can geek out about grayscale. Depending on the depth of the image, whether it's like 2-bit, I don't even know if it's 2-bit. I don't know if 2-bit's correct. But I know starting at like 8-bit to 16 to 32-bit, each one of those, each layer, each color of gray, each shade of gray has a different level of data. So it's not just on-off like binary, but you have all these other things where it's a whole bunch of on-offs. So you can capture way more data rather than is it on or is it off. I have no idea. Quite honestly, Guido, I have no idea if it's more than 8-bit. Excuse me. Worst best football songs on TV. Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter. First task is to remove the background image noise, you think. At some point, yes, I will. I will get to background noise. I don't remember. It doesn't tell me much about the image or the files I downloaded. So, only the topmost layer is visible. Need to adjust the layer mode in each layer, allow them to blend together. So, layers dialog box and then clicking mode. Okay. I really wish you could see all of what I'm doing instead of just and then clicking on mode. Where is add selection mask? Edit layer attributes? Nope. My apologies. I am not used to working in GIMP, so I'm going to fumble around and look for what I need to look for, if I don't just give up and search the interwebs. Probably should have done this once on my own. Alpha logo. Transparency? No. I know. This is... Guido, yes, I agree. This is terrible. And I'd gotten excited when I had originally downloaded, or when I downloaded GIMP in advance for this because it was 210. But one of the plugins that it wants you to use later on does not work with 210. 210 is beautiful. 2.8 is not so beautiful. And it is very confusing, and one of the reasons why I've always disliked it. Blender, by the way, has the same problem. Very powerful piece of software. Not very user-friendly, but free. Remember how I said there were dogs? There are dogs. Come here. Come on. No, nobody's there. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. No, Peter, I'm going to advise you right now to just stay away from Blender. Just don't do it. Blending modes in the layers dialog. There is no mode in the layer dialog. Oh my. Oh wait! Wow, they made that more difficult than I had to be. So, Blender, art is passion. Blender is a, I believe it's open source, 3D free modeling program. For reasons that, you know, are weird and complicated. I learned Blender. I am not an artist. Oh, look at that! Hey! So that was way more difficult than it had to be. Anyway, so the thing we needed to change was right here, and not in a menu hidden somewhere. So hooray! We have... This is giving me way more information than I care about the screen mode. Layers dialog box and clicking mode for drop down menu and selecting the screen. So why... So we changed the blending mode for layers in GIMP. Yes. We are changing them from normal, which makes it look very dark, to screen, which allows things to blend better. The tutorial has a lot more information about it, and I'm going to skip that because that's a lot of math. It's not a lot of math. It's a lot of information I just don't care about right now. I appreciate that it's there, but I don't care. So cool. Now we are on adjust levels. The image still needs to have its pixel levels adjusted, starting with the topmost layer, which is our soft. Turn off the layers under it by by clicking the eye icon to the left of the other layers. Off, off. And now it looks dark. Open the Levels dialog box by selecting Colors Levels. Colors. Levels. And now it popped up a window that you guys can't see. Just give me 1 second to fix that. Bill Wink, you may need a a plugin for GIMP to use raw files. And that shouldn't be difficult to get. Hopefully. Oh no. I am so sorry. But there we go. There we go. Now you can see my levels. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if GIMP handles have fits, etc. I see I need to use fits here. Brain cramp. It's okay. GIMP supports fits natively, but not raw files. It makes zero sense to me. I'm sure there's logic in there somewhere. Okay, cool. So we have the levels thing open. Hooray! And now what does it want us to do? We've turned off the topmost layer. We've opened the levels box. Feel free to adjust the small triangles under the histogram, plot, and input levels to your liking. Yeah, fits is pretty nifty. Alright, we're just gonna... Alright, that is obviously overexposed. Fits is a pretty neat image. Format. Alright, I'm not sure, is that... And it does not tell me how to adjust the triangles. It just says to adjust the triangle. Oh, one wouldn't by only adjusting the middle slider to the left or right. Okay, bring out the faint details in the object, but minimize the amount of background noise in the image. Okay. So I'm assuming we're going to want to bump this over here. And I like it right about there. It doesn't pick up a lot of the noise. You can still see it. Okay. And then I'm assuming... Oh yeah, repeat with the remaining 2 layers. So image. Where was that? Oh, colors levels. Should pop that up again. And it does not like that. Properties. Bump this way. I don't know if you can hear it, but my little dog is making a bed and digging and making all of these adorable noises. And it makes me happy. So there's that. And then just this last one, image. Nope, colors layer. No. No, you're not wheezing. She makes these adorable high-pitched noises. She has a whole... How would I put it? She has like a whole little vocabulary of noises. Ma! That's actually my cat. Actually, he does not like my dogs, but my cat actually does sound like a screaming child. Yep, all these different pitches. My mom knows I have this cat, right? She comes over to my house. She's like, "Why do I hear a screaming child?" Like, it's not a child, Mom, it's the cat. Cool, so we've adjusted the layers, levels for all 3 layers, and I can turn off the levels window now. So yay! And then now it says to apply a smoothing algorithm. Meep! Nah, my kitty doesn't do meep. You just, ow, meow, meow. That's what my cat sounds like. Unfortunately, he will never, will probably never be anywhere near the stream because he does not play nice with my dogs. All right, cool. So, sounds like a phoenix. Meow, meow. Cool. So, we've loaded the images. We've set the blending mode to screen. We've adjusted the levels. And now, according to this tutorial, it says we are ready to apply a smoothing algorithm. So, we're to do this before, like we were for the levels, each individual layer. So, good smoothing algorithm. Select the gray seas duration found in filters, enhance. Filters, enhance. You know what? It's probably under GMIC. Aha! And now I have to find it. So it's not artistic. Colors. Shadows. Patterns. I just realized you guys probably can't see what I'm messing with. This is what I'm flipping through. This is the GMIC for GIMP. And in here, somewhere, should be the thing I need for the smoothing algorithm. But there is no search function. Stereographic. Meat pie, sausage rolls, come on England, give us a goal. Peter, you are very English. I hate to break it to you. Oh, I wish I knew where this was. Jobs colors. Make old squiggly? What kind of a thing is that? There's a video to that song, Peter? Oh my goodness. I thought that was just like a football chant. Blur by color, gentleman beggar. These have to be somebody's usernames. Garbage coder. Alright, let's check under various. No! Well then. Gaussian blur filter? We can try it. I don't think it'll do at all what we want it to do. Oh look, this one has a search. Give me 1 minute and I will show you the new window. Yeah, I can see why a lot of people are just like, nope, we're doing this on Photoshop. So cool, this one actually has a search. So, make sure I spell it right. Gray D screen. I don't think this is what we want. Oh, note that if you're using the latest version of GIMP with gmic, Graystation and its features incorporated into the main gmic tools. Ah! Alright, cool. So, filters, enhancement smooth. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ta-da! No, we are not at the colorize step yet, headshot for good, because I am slow. And that's okay. No, I am at the... Let's get this to fit. I am at the, yeah, filtering the grayscale, or smoothing is what the tutorial is calling it. So yeah, it's giving me a lot of options, and everything that I'm seeing is the default in the tutorial. Everything. Angular precision, da, 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 da. For this exercise, the default parameters seem to produce a nicely smoothed image. And since that's all we have to do, I'm just going to do apply. And now we wait. Ta-da! Okay, cool. Although I still have a swirly. So that was that one. And now we do, which should be much faster now that I know what I'm looking for. And yes, it does specifically tell me to use the filter. Apparently what I was looking for had been discontinued. Let's see if I can pop up the thing. I will highlight it, but it's under... It's under step 5, part 2. Oh, this is going to bother me now. It started off with A, B, C, D, and then switched to 1, 2, 3. And this probably should have been broke out into like an actual little note box instead of mushed in with the text where I missed it. These are all technical writing things, by the way. But it actually does say, in the GMIC window, select Enhancement Smooth, and you'll be greeted with interface similar to the Gracie Storation interface for contour preserved smoothing. So yes, it does indeed tell me to do that. And that is what hey. Shh. And it says that the defaults are good enough. So we'll unclick the preview and click it again, and it's kind of hard to see, but some of the artifact noise goes away. It does produce a clearer image, which I'm okay with this. Yes, she totally does want to be on Twitch. Maybe, although I'm afraid how it'll affect the stream, thinking maybe eventually one day there will be a doggy cam. I can set up her little crate and make her crate look all pretty and attach the webcam, and you all can look at the dog while I wait for this to process. Oh. Last one. We are on the hard band, which it had made some sort of noise about not being good. Oh no, no, Peter, no coffee time. No coffee time. But this one, it looks a little better. Art is passion. Yes, I am using Ubuntu. I chose Ubuntu because it had a lot of documentation, and it was, you know, actually I'm okay with the default settings here. It's not perfect, but I'm okay with it. I chose Ubuntu because it was pretty well documented, seemed to play nicely with a lot of the programs that I use, and it's really not that scary or different or difficult to pick up. Shh. Hey, come here. Come on. I know, everybody is mowing their lawn. And the one that doesn't bark is the one that comes to me. Oh, it's done. That was quick. But I am using Linux because my computer crashed magnificently. And I have come to the conclusion that it's a hardware problem. But until I got all of the parts together, which I still haven't done, I still need RAM, motherboard, and a processor, and a hard drive. Until I do all of that, I needed a computer that worked, and I could install Ubuntu. All the data that was on... Oh, I put new... there's new RAM in the machine. This poor computer, I have dumped... I got 2 new hard drives, like 2 new sticks of RAM, a bunch of new fans... And I was looking, oh, and there's a, courtesy of Jay, there's a newer video card in here. But if I had wanted to replace the motherboard and the processor, everything is in legacy. So it became very expensive very quickly. So ta-da! This is my, it looks very bright. And why is it not updating on the thing? Under finished image, layer working window. Shh. Give me 1 second. There we go. For whatever reason, it wasn't updating. And now it is. So that essentially, the computer's getting rebuilt, and my nephew is getting a brand new Linux computer that he can play some of his games on. But only some. Yeah, Guido, I'm kind of in the same position. My partner has a PlayStation, and a lot of the games that I like to play on the PC are available on PlayStation. So I've been playing a lot of PlayStation. And he has a laptop. I use that. So a lot of the things I used to use my computer for have been replaced by other things, and so the need to update, like the pressing need, essentially went away. Alright, we're just going to save this real quick. Alright, cool. So, headshot for good. I believe you were waiting for the colorize step. We are at the colorize step. So, going to read some of these out loud because apparently I miss steps when I just scan. So one limitation for using GIMP for a 3-color image is that GIMP does not know what are known in Photoshop as adjustment layers. don't like this. I really like my adjustment layers. Adjustment layers allow you to make changes to your layers in a non-destructive way. This is to say you do not actually change the layer itself. You apply additional layer to the original layer to make changes. This preserves the original layer so you can always go back to its original state at any time. Changes we'll make here have been applied to the original layer, and once the file has been saved and closed, you cannot back out of those changes. One workaround to this is to duplicate your original layers and do all of your work on those duplicates so you can always go back to the original if you need to be. GIMP 2.8 has laid out the groundwork for an approach to adjustment layers known as node-based workflow. When fully implemented, this will allow GIMP users to perform non-destructive editing to various layers within an image. Really, GIMP? Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to make duplicates, or we're going to try to make duplicates. It is. It really is. I have only read about Krita. Oh, also it's free. I think Gmik also works with Krita. Duplicate layer. And better for drawing. See, I don't draw, but that is, well, I don't draw a lot, but that is good to know. It is definitely good to know. Okay, cool. So, we have duplicates of our image, of our layers, because GIMP, you are so frustrating. Alright. And it is actually now top of the hour, but I think what we'll do... that is good to know, headshot for good. Tools for color mask and supports SVG vector images. Add them all together? Yes. 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 I too watch Twitch on a PS4. I am highly amused by you watching on a PS4. This makes my day. Alright, so it is the top of the hour, but because of all the starts and stops and etc., I'm going to colorize one layer, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll pick it up next week. Everybody else showing off their alternative technology other than PCs. I see you all. Alright, so yep, it's already headshot for good. It's already in image mode RGB. You're saying it's really easy? Okay. Headshot's saying it's really easy. We'll see how much we can get done in like 15 minutes. How about that? To apply color to your work from the bottom, starting with the low energy layer. Select this layer and go to colors, colorize. And it's saying the 0.5, so it wants this one. It takes 1 minute. Alright, I'm counting on you. Because that would be nice to finish an entire image instead of being like, until next time. Alright, so pull up OBS in the other window so I can see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. So I've selected the low energy layer, which by the way is the soft layer. I'm going to go to colors, colorize, which pops up a window that you can't see, but I'm sure you saw some sort of color change. So give me 1 second to capture that window. What is it? Oh, it's literally called colorize. And then I will pull it up on screen so you can see. Ta-da! Hello, new person. Minimize hue so it gets maximize red. Okay, I can do that. I'm not sure what the... Oh, so this layer... You are awesome and you are reading along and you are helping. And increase saturation so it pops out. Thank you, Headshot for Good. Ta-da! And that's it? That's all I had to do? This is an saturation value of 100, yes. Combined with a lightness value of 50. Oh, preview, preview. And play around with various hue settings to find your ideal green and blue. Okay, cool. So that, I think Headshots for Good is reading ahead and being awesome. Because I'm okay with this. Alright, so selected the medium one, and now we go colorful, colorize. Just jumped right to the colorize. I am okay with this. Oh shoot. Let's turn off that layer. And it is not pulling up the correct window at all. Oh no. Colorize, okay. Turn that on. Working window, turn that off real quick. It'll be back, I promise. I don't know why it does this. Ta-da! I didn't get the same picture, but it's pretty looking. Alright. So, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do lightness of -50. And saturation 100. Oh. Whoa. What? Oops. Oh no. Does it not like... Shh. I know, Tink. Actually, that looks good. Okay. And that's going to freak out real quick. And then... Now we do our hard. And pull up colorize. Shh. Up, it didn't. Up, there we go. And then, see, we did a blue, so now we need a green. You know what? I'm okay with that green. There's a lot of stuff to do before you even get to the good part. And then lightness, set to -50. Click preview. There we go. So now we turn on all of them. Oh, that's so pretty. Let me turn this off because you are not seeing what I want that I am seeing. There we go. That's... Wow. Does it look anywhere? It does not look anywhere near the finished image. But that's still pretty cool. That's still pretty cool. I am totally okay with the fact that mine looks completely different. Basically, lightness should be kept at 0. Okay, so cool. Let's try that then. Colors, colorize. back at 100. See if that updates. And then, come on. Yeah, I can see that. 100. Oh no, did I think I messed it up. I know what I did. All right. Colors, colorize. Let's see. I liked about 90 on that. 90. Okay, cool. Thank you. That is good information to know. Headshot for Good said that -50 lightness is an adjustment for printing. So we don't need to worry about that. You know, part of me is very happy that I made copies because duplicate this layer again. Because let's see, and this was the blue layer, so we can leave it at 180. Give that 100. Good preview. And then let's duplicate this one, turn that one on, and then this is the red layer, which colorize, took that all the way down, put that all the way up. For this one we did need to, no? Wow. Okay. So, all right. I think I like the first one better, but you know. I'll take it. I'll totally take it. Cool. So, ta-da! We colorized a Fitz image. We processed and colorized a Fitz image. And yes, as Headshot for Good totally called it, it would take about a minute. Well, less than 15. So, I'm going to wrap it up here. And thank you all for your patience and watching me stumble through this. And hopefully, as I do this more, this will get A, a lot faster, and B, we'll get, you know, prettier images. I'm still proud of this image. I could, you know, futz with it a bit more, but this is not bad. Not bad at all. So, yes, thank you all. See you next week, where we will go to the next step of the tutorial. And watch everybody else if you haven't watched anybody else. So yeah, thank you all. See you next week. Have fun. Do science.